Clique 45 are back again for another video, and today we are going to be looking at one signing each club needs to make, not just for January, but for the summer as well. So we're going to keep it a bit more flexible, make it a bit more easier for us to choose some players that each club we believe needs. But before we do start naming the players, I'll introduce the table. To my right, we've got Big Dan back again, Man United fan.
Man.
How are you, brother? Are you good, yeah?
Good man. Love having me again.
Good. On to my left, I've got my double pivot partner, Mr. AY.
You're telling me.
How are you? You good, yeah?
Good. Humble.
Okay, interesting. And we've got Ali as well, Chelsea fan, back into the studio to go through this call-ups. So I think we'll go through in alphabetical order for the players that we need. So they were looking at. So we'll start off with Arsenal. I personally went with a striker because I feel like there's just a big gap for goals, basically. There's a massive gap for goals. There needs to be someone to fill in that hole. And I've gone with Alexander Isak, personally, for me.
Ambitious.
Really? Yeah. I mean,
ambitious.
Look, if you're going to spend 100 million on Ivan Toney, what is the point when you've got a younger, more dynamic, much more athletic player in Isak, personally?
I don't think the ambition is necessarily the price tag. I think it's more convincing Isaac that
What to leave
the project that
Newcastle
Arsenal is a better project than the project at Newcastle.
Definitely
Newcastle is.
I think
it
so.
is.
Yeah. Because where are they right now? Like 7th?
Come on, man.
6th?
Newcastle, Arsenal, when you're playing for a bigger club,
Yeah.
you're going to get, I feel like he's going to get more love. And I feel like Arsenal do create a lot of chances. And with the flair that front three have, I just feel like they're likely to get top 4 every season, more likely than Newcastle are. So you know you're going to be in Champions League as well.
Not only that, I feel like the stars are aligned. Like Isaac, number 14. Like, you know what I mean? Like if it weren't for Eddie play, like wearing that number, the stars are just
That's what I'm
aligned
saying. The
for
fan
him.
love will be different.
Yeah.
Fan love will be different.
The resemblance to Thierry Henry would just be going crazy with Arsenal fans.
London club as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I hear it, but I don't know if that signing necessarily works as much as it does on paper in terms of the way he plays as well. He's off.
I think it
He's off
suits.
the left. He would like to be off the left. I think he could clash as well with the wingers, just in that aspect. But it would be a dream signing in terms of the fans would obviously love it. And I feel like it would work on paper, innit? But I don't know.
I feel like
if
the
it's
link
type
up
of
and
player.
stuff that they want, that Arsenal one, there was the sort of football that Arteta plays.
Yeah.
Like, it's like fits that.
It'll be like Aubameyang. I feel like he's gonna be like Aubameyang. Like before
Is he that deadly though?
Is he not as clinical?
Is he a clinical striker?
that's fine, but
He don't miss a lot of chances.
Yeah,
either,
it's
though.
the movement.
He's going to get better. His movement as well. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's got
he'll be sick.
that strike, like in terms of he's in the
Instinct.
positions a striker has, like a number 9.
I hear what you mean.
He
Like
could
out
go
and out
missing,
nine.
definitely. Yeah, he could go.
But like, it's like what Arsenal need though. They just need someone who, when the chances come, he's going to score.
And he's that guy. He is that guy.
No, but
You
Yeah,
also
yeah,
need
just
someone
score.
when the chances don't come, can score as
score.
well, where it's going to be a bit peak.
Yeah.
And the balls aren't coming through. We need someone to rough up.
All right, so who are the
Make
other
a
names?
chance.
I've gone for Osimhen.
I went for Tony.
What are you dropping everything? The wind isn't that bad in
He's emptying in his pockets for Arsenal.
here. Yeah.
Sign them all, right?
But anyways, who are you guys saying?
I went for Tony, innit?
Ivan Toney.
Yeah,
That's a bit
I feel
boring,
like that's
man.
a bit more of a focal point because I've gone for Osimhen, which I feel like is a similar build of striker in terms of they can be a bit more of a focal point than Isak can at times.
Fair enough.
Okay, and then since the only Arsenal fan on table,
I'm not going for a striker.
What?
I don't think we actually need one right now. I think we need to get that midfield straight up because we've got number 29 there chilling.
Yeah.
I've got a few injuries in the midfield, like Uncle. I think we need another midfield to win the duels, you know?
Okay.
We need to be winning more of those duels.
So Declan Rice isn't winning enough of this.
He's not winning enough by himself.
Sure.
He needs some
he
help.
needs a help.
Hundreds of millions.
We want to pay them more. Give them an extra 20
Yeah.
We need some help. So I'm thinking 2 players. Gallagher.
What?
I'm joking.
I was going to say, we are not doing this right now. No way.
I'm saying
Not after previous
Paulinho from Fulham.
Fulham,
Yeah.
So you're willing to pay like the 70, 80 million?
We're not going to pay that much.
No?
We're not trying
How
to
much
pay
do you think
that
is fair
much.
for Paulinho?
Yeah.
50 million euros.
Bro, what?
So you're talking 40 something.
For someone like
50
Rice,
million
you think Paulinho,
euros.
that's a bit more in terms of European experience, he's probably got a little bit more.
Euros,
he's a bit older. He's a bit more
Fulham's just down the road.
No,
get
man.
him.
You're not going to cheat anyone. Now. Everybody knows you got money now. You took out 107 million.
Let's get a bit more experience in the midfield. I think the striking problem will sort itself out. Just needs to.
Let's say you wanted to go for the title though this season. Obviously, Jan, the way you lot are playing, do you not feel like a striker would help you get that more than a
midfield, bro? It's lacking.
But you guys still create chances in you.
I think they will score. They will start to score. Arteta just needs to put the front three in the right positions and tell them to play the right way. But I think that midfield needs help, man. I've been looking at that midfield. I'm like,
I feel like Arsenal fans have been saying this season they're a bit more solid, innit? They're a bit less.
We are solid, but
so
they don't know what they're doing.
No one in that midfield right now can beat the press as well as Partey used to. That starts off most of the attacks. Right now, we need someone that can beat that press. Rice can't beat that press.
Paulinho
can't beat that press. But if we have someone like Paulinho there,
Paulinho's like Rice.
It's more. It's more. At least we know there's experience there right now.
Like Rafa Benitez said,
a bit more compact. Let's have 3 midfielders playing in midfield, not 2 midfielders and then.
It's going to dry up even more.
Honestly, you're just doing Odegaard and
because I can't tell you, I want Smith Rowe to be the new signing. You asked for a new signing, and I said, you know what, put someone else in the midfield.
But that's more reason why you don't need a centre mid.
Exactly.
Because Smith Rowe could get a chance and add a bit more.
Do you want me to say Smith Rowe? I couldn't say Smith Rowe.
You can not get a centre mid.
So you're basically
blocking Smith Rowe because where does Smith Rowe now?
I don't think we need a striker.
You don't think you need a striker?
You need I think whether it's January or in the summer, you need a striker.
You can win the league without signing a striker.
I think if we play a certain player up front and we play to his strengths, running into spaces.
Eddie.
No. Martinelli, because he's always on the touchline. He can finish. He's one of the best finishers in the team, bro.
Being a finisher and being a striker.
In the team, bro. Yeah. He can run off.
I think
he can run off. That's the thing. You need to first work.
But the way he plays out wide is going to be different to the place.
I hear you saying Tony, I hear you saying Tony, but that money is too much.
And you've only going to get 3 years
out
of him.
That money is too much. You said,
I said Isaac.
I don't think that can happen. Osimhen as well ain't 100% deadly, but he can rough up. You know what I'm saying?
At least there's a release clause.
Yeah, there's a release clause, but that's a lot of money.
That's what you need to do.
We ain't got peas now. FFP on our backs.
FFP's on everyone's backs. Everyone's struggling. Even these lot are struggling.
We're getting creative. We're gonna sell players here and there. You guys ain't ready to.
Yeah, but I got a player for you guys. I got a player for you.
Look, Nketiah's sitting on the bench.
That's good profit.
That's an academy player with zero.
I think the gameplay just needs to change.
Yeah.
More okay. I don't think we actually need.
So you think Arteta needs to be a bit more fluid with his style of play? He needs to work with
his tactics, bro. Yeah. Every day, you're a manager. You get what I'm saying? Make shit work. Make shit work. Not just buy a striker. Go on.
All right, interesting.
Bournemouth.
Next is Aston Villa.
Okay.
Alphabetical order. Yeah. Does anyone else want to kick it off, or should I just go with it straight away?
I'll go on because it starts with the team that we just left. I've gone for Emil Smith Rowe.
He was linked with them a couple seasons ago. A couple seasons ago with Villa.
I think he'll bring a bit more goals from them because McGinn gets goals here and there, but it's not consistently.
30 years old as well.
You get it. You need someone to kind of step in there and get a goal, get a bit more creativity going forward, and I think he can bring that.
Fitness-wise, though, he needs to keep fit.
That's problem one. Fitness is the problem. Second problem is. Are Arsenal going to be willing to let him go? Because like you guys were saying, West Ham obviously made a bid on loan. They said no. I don't think Arsenal are going to be willing to let him go, even if it is in the summer. Like I know, like with FFP now, there's this whole hype around selling academy players because that means 100% profit from the money that you get for him. But I just feel like Arteta won't let him go because I just feel like if Odegaard goes, like injures himself, I feel like he struggles to replace him comfortably. I think Emil Smith Rowe and Fabio Vieira are the next two likely options. So he has in-house opportunities to replace Odegaard. But I just feel like if Smith Rowe goes, I just feel like that's causing a bigger problem. And then you'll probably have to go side another midfielder, which I don't think Arteta wants to deal with, especially when you got a striking problem, like a goal scoring problem. Yeah, but I hear the shout for Aston Villa.
Yeah, because I feel like that's from Arsenal side, but from Smith Rowe's side, are you not knocking on the door? I think he's fit right now, right?
He's fit right now.
You're knocking on the door. I need to be playing, or look at Cole Palmer. He got to move and he's kicked on, kind of thing. You need to be playing, and he should be knocking on that door. Because look, I don't know how old he is, but He's getting to the
23, 23.
23.
Yeah.
Once you hit 23, yeah, I'm not considering you young anymore, innit?
You just leave it alone.
Interesting. You need to start kicking on still.
Okay, AY, what about you?
I think they need a right back.
A right back?
Yeah.
I went with a right back as well. Let me hear yours.
Combative one.
Okay.
AWB. He needs to go Midlands.
Ooh.
He needs to go Midlands, bro.
At the time in the
He
Midlands,
needs to go Midlands. He's gonna.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
Because he's not.
I don't hear
at
it.
United, it's not gonna end
Is he an
well.
upgrade on Matty Cash?
It's not gonna end well at United.
No, I know.
No matter how we look at it,
I know.
New manager comes in. Anything that happens, it's not ending well for him.
But
So
he's
go
not
Midlands.
that, he's not a start. He's not an Emery style of right back though.
But I think that's
I
what
feel like
they
he
need.
can be, though.
He'll merge
he
into
can mold-
it.
he can mold him.
Hold the back. Get those tackles in.
Okay.
You can mold
Because
him
Matty
to be
Cash, as you said, Matty Cash.
I don't know if he's an upgrade on Matty Cash.
He may not be an upgrade on Matty, but he does certain things better than Matty
Same
Cash.
level. They're on the same level. I would
think
say.
that 1v1 is very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
That 1v1 is something different.
Well, I'm going to bring a new name to the Clique 45 fans. Someone from Bundesliga who I went with a right back. And I just looking at his stats. He currently plays for Eintracht Frankfurt. His name is Aurelio Buta. Aurelio Buta. He's a right back, plays at Frankfurt, and his stats look really good in terms of attacking as well as defending. He's got the opportunity to do both. Like he covers both wings really well. So his defensive stats as well as his attacking stats look really good. And I just feel like maybe Emery could take a little chance on someone like him, you know, because Matty Cash is still reliable. Ezri Konsa's been sharing the love there as well at right back this season. So they're both competent people, but I feel like if you want to kick on, you need someone that's a bit more attacking now, because there's a lot of right backs that are just doing this progressive passing. They're getting into that final third, aren't they? Yeah, so I just feel like Buta, he fits all them issues really for me personally. I think, yeah, like in terms of progressive carries, he carries the ball perfectly, 3.9 times per 90. So he does really well in that window. So I just feel like personally, I would prefer someone like him. Similar age as well to Matty Cash. He's 26, turning 27 soon. So for me personally, I think Buta makes a bit more sense than like an AWB who is too defensive and just like doesn't really go up the field, which is what Emery wants. Because that Emery ball, you guys remember, Hector Bellerin, he was up there. He was bombing it. This is what this guy can do as well. Yeah, but anyways, so they're the two right backs we said. We got Smith Rowe as an option. Okay. And then Big Dan.
I put Almada, you know.
Who? Thiago Almada?
Yeah.
Ooh, so if you don't know, get to know, because this is a next up-and-coming player. Yeah, he's a proper FM/Caribbo player, yeah, from Atalanta United. That's a very good option, I would say.
I just feel like he has that extra flair and he has that... I don't feel like Villa have a player like him as well, to be fair. What's my man's name that's injured? Ramsey.
Yeah,
Ramsey. Obviously, he's not really like showing up this season. Almada is young as well. He was my first signing on FM24 this season. I'm not gonna lie. When I started it,
how much
was
you getting from?
13 mil. Yeah, 13 million pounds.
How much do you think it would cost right now?
Well, I think 13 mil sounds about right, because you're
now?
Coming from MLS. I like obviously
30 million pounds or euros.
I was thinking 20 M's.
20 million, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
25.
Yeah, like because you're coming from MLS, you've got that opportunity to go for cheaply because those sorts of teams aren't really looking to profit as much as other big clubs, are they? Because they always go for them different types of like older players, don't they? Like sort of washed out sort of players. I don't think that's a bad shout. I really like that shout. I completely forgot about him though. Not gonna lie. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next team, which is Bournemouth. Let me just load up my phone. The next so who would like to go for this one for their opportunity for their option? Sorry.
I can't lie, I rush something in it. I just know that I feel like they do with a right winger.
Interesting.
And I put that Bakayoko guy.
Bakayoko, the Dutch. He's in the Dutch league right now.
Dutch league, I feel
PSV.
PSV. He's pacey. I feel like obviously the way Bournemouth play as well. Yeah, I feel like he'll be able to give them that extra, and I feel like he creates chances as well.
Yeah, that edge. Yeah. Today
as well, we were watching them against Liverpool. Yeah, they couldn't do nothing, can they?
No, I mean, to be fair to them, they're missing Semenyo. They're missing some other players.
He's at AFCON.
Yeah, he's at AFCON. So yeah, no, I hear that. I do hear that. To be fair,
but I just feel like moving forward as well, and he's young. So
all right, no, that's a good. That's good. No, I like that one. AY?
I don't need anybody.
You don't think Bournemouth need anyone?
No.
Not even in the summer.
Playing
They're gonna
class.
make transfers.
In the summer,
Yeah.
I thought you meant just this December.
Yeah. All right.
In the summer,
Would you say anyone?
I think if this is if Solanke goes. If Solanke goes,
Yeah.
because the people always say Solanke, pisses me off. If Solanke goes, they could go.
I've never heard anyone say it like that.
It's Solanke.
He's Nigerian.
Yeah, he's Nigerian. Isn't it?
I was gonna say, is that why you're saying it like
Yeah,
that?
because when they say Solanke, I'm like, bro, that's not.
It looks Nigerian.
Yeah. If he goes in the summer, they'll need someone similar build to him. So I would say I think this guy's contract is running out at Everton. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Calvert-Lewin?
Yeah.
Oh, you're awful.
Yeah.
You're
they just
awful. Calvert-Lewin hasn't been a good striker since when?
Do a like to like, bro.
No, that's not a like to like.
You never know, bro. You never know.
Sorry, Solanke. He's levels above him. He's levels above him.
It's not all the time you upgrade on a player, you know.
You have to, bro.
Because of injury, he's levels above
because
him.
of injury, bro.
Calvert-Lewin,
Yeah.
that is best. Calvert-Lewin, that is best. That is
That's
best.
such a
Everton is a pressure club, you know. If he goes down to someone like Bournemouth that they're not really doing much per se, the fans aren't really, bro, build up from there again. He came to man, I was like, don't, what's it,
true,
DLC
you know.
or DCL?
I don't know about that.
DLC, DCL?
DCL. Yeah.
If he's not wearing skirts, bro, Bournemouth is there.
Interesting.
Bournemouth is there.
And he's missed some chances so far.
He's getting in the right positions, you know what I'm
He's
saying?
meaty, man.
Let's not
meaty.
begin to say Solanke is not clinical.
No, I get that. Yeah, he's not clinical.
Solanke is
He's
not.
always tidy.
He knows what needs to be done.
Yeah.
He could get a move to Everton. Sean Jackson would love him.
Yeah.
Hold up the ball, tall.
Yeah.
Come on,
Wedge
man.
guy. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Interesting. We'll go over to Ali for who you think.
I've gone for a
Bournemouth should go.
midfielder for them. I've gone for Højbjerg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to show them up a little bit, make him a bit more solid. His Premier League experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's not playing much at Tottenham, so I feel like he's just. Sometimes those teams, you just need Premier League experience in it just to shore it up and make us a bit more solid.
I like it. I think that's a good shout. That is a good shout because Tottenham are looking to move him on, if I'm not wrong.
They need to make some peas there. I think everyone wins in that situation.
Yeah. I went with a goalkeeper. I've gone completely left by the sounds of it. Everyone was sort of on the same wavelength, but I went goalkeeper because I feel like when Neto eventually goes on, his back legs start kicking out, you need to put him down. You need a new goalkeeper. And I've gone with someone who's at Valencia right now. He's Georgian. This is a long name, so it's a bit like Kvaratskhelia. I don't know if you guys know him, but Mamadashvili?
I just see it on FM.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know. Is he an FM like one to watch?
He's one of those keepers that if you need a keeper,
you go for it. But yeah, he's competent. Like the save percentages he has, he's one of the highest in the league as well. He's compared to the likes of Courtois in that league. So he definitely is a one to watch, I would say. And I feel like Bournemouth, that's a good little step up, I would say.
I feel like that's how you find the best keepers, like keepers that are doing kind of decent at a small team somewhere and then they get their little move and that's when they blossom into a very good keeper kind of thing. Yeah,
100%. He's not my last goalkeeper either. I've got another goalkeeper options for some other clubs and one is a former Chelsea player as well, just as a little heads up. We'll move on to the Brentford squads. I've gone with a striker, just in case Ivan Toney goes.
All right.
I've gone with someone we spoke about last week, Yusuf En-Nesyri. The Sevilla striker.
I put him in a team.
Yeah, but for a different team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. So I'll talk about En-Nesyri for a bit. Sevilla have been struggling this season. They're close to the relegation battle. They're in a relegation battle, sorry.
Yeah.
They're close to that zone. En-Nesyri is not really getting the service he deserves, especially when he's like 6'2", 6'3", and he's got that aerial threat on him. He just needs the chances. Like when you watch him from Morocco. Oh, you're right there. The wind's blowing everything. Your pockets, the microphone. My laptop's next. Anyways, like I was saying about En-Nesyri, like when you watch him from Morocco, it's a completely different player to the one that's at Sevilla right now. And I just feel like with the proper service and who did I say? Brentford, they have the opportunity to make that service for him. You got Wissa on one side, their midfield, Kevin Sade, Norgard. They've got a very tidy group of players. And I just feel like if they can make a bit more creativity, I feel like En-Nesyri is a very good option, personally, for me, for Brentford. Who wants to go next for their shout?
I agree with you with that.
En-Nesyri, yeah?
Yeah, he wanted... I put him there, but one of the things that scares me about him is that I don't think I think the Premier League is going to be hard for him. I don't know why. I
can understand why you say that.
I just feel he's going to struggle, but he's going to be one of those strikers where he's not going to get as many goals, but he's going to be fighting a lot, in terms of supporting, holding the man off. But he's not going to be able to.
He's going to be like a Mitro in his first season.
He's not going to be able to get the goals fully, but he can hold off a man. So I think Brentford will be good because they play quite good football.
Yeah.
So I mean, to ease him in,
I feel like he'll be a very economical chance as well, because I don't think he'll be worth a lot unless Sevilla might put a couple tags, because he's there. Oh my gosh, he's their main striker. He's their main number 9. So I just feel like who else are they really going to rely on? And they might put a slap of 60 million on him just because of how important he is for their style of play and how much aerial duels he wins. Yeah. I mean, Ruben Diaz will get scared, because we speak about it all the time. Yeah, exactly. So Ruben Diaz might be scared of him, but yeah, definitely, I would say I'll go with En-Nesyri. But Big Dan, who have you gone with?
I haven't gone with anyone. I couldn't think of anyone for Brentford.
Okay.
I just know though. I do know. I feel like they could do with a midfielder, but I couldn't think of a midfielder.
Couldn't think of a midfielder. Interesting.
And 8 though. Someone creative.
A creative 8, yeah. I agree.
Goals for a striker.
Yeah, that's probably a second option that they would need to look at. I agree with that personally. Ali, who have you gone with?
I've gone for one that, given his recent form, might sound a bit harsh, but it's more I've got like a loan in mind in it, 6 months, maybe 1 year.
Is that one of your players?
Yeah, it's a Chelsea player.
I thought so.
I'm going to give him Noni Madueke for a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah,
interesting.
Man, Brentford play some decent football. Hard-working team. You get good ethics there. You know what I mean? And then for them, it gives them a little bit more. Because they've got a weird, I think, front three where it's like Mbuemo, Wissa, Tony when he's fit. Like, they're all kind of like striker, winger, hybrid kind of thing. No one's really an out-and-out take on. I think they've got Kevin Sade this season, and he's looked a bit up and down at times as well. So get someone with a bit of flair, a little bit of rawness in it, and aggression, and I thought it'll do good for both of them in terms of development.
My question about Noni Madueke is, I can see the talent in Madueke. I personally definitely see it. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely see the talent.
He's talented.
I think. But what doesn't Poch see in him that other people see in him?
What Poch isn't seeing in him is what I'm not seeing in him. There's something he's got something, but there's something that's.
Do you think
it's a cleanness. It's a clinicalness, or I think even sometimes it's decision making as well. It's just not
to make sure of what's going on.
Yeah,
want to pass it, make sure it happens.
Okay, it's interesting.
Round it up.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
It's execution, basically.
When you compare him to other young players, to Saka or Garnacho, it's like he doesn't. It's like he's playing under 21s football still. Sometimes it feels like.
I get. Do you know what? I don't blame him then, because Saka had you can treat these names as laughable if you want, but he had Lacazette to learn under. He had Aubameyang to learn under, and but Noni Madueke is trying to learn under who?
You get it, and it's just maybe
it's only Sterling. I guess it's only Sterling, but there's no one else really that can take him under their wing.
Just to even know when to put the ball in the box in terms of your right timing, one too many chops that you're doing. I think it's the small things, but I think there's a player in there. Just don't know what his height sign. I don't know if it's at the bridge, in it. If I'm being honest.
You reckon a sell could be on then for him?
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna have a long and thriving career at Chelsea. Hopefully he does. You know what I mean? The young guy, but I don't know how it goes for him.
Hey, did you have one, or was you just agreeing with me on it?
That was mine.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. All right, we'll move on to the next team.
That was yours, yeah.
You know he didn't. You know the recess didn't come in. The recess didn't come in. Yeah, 100%. I agree.
I don't mind that.
Okay, we'll move on to Brighton. A very talented group of players over there already. They just need to learn to keep hold of players. But when it came to adding someone, I went with a right back, because I feel like Tariq Lamptey is not that guy.
Does he start for them?
He starts for them. Well, he did, but now it's a bit more like Veltman, if I'm not wrong. He starts on that side. They could correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it's Veltman that sort of plays there because of his injury issues. I don't know if he's even gone with Ghana to the AFCON.
No,
exactly.
It's not good enough to get into
exactly. There you go. So I feel like a solid right back is needed. But what do you guys think Brighton needs?
I put a right winger in Kubo.
Kubo, very good.
I got that guy for someone else.
Yeah, because do you know what's interesting about Kubo? I feel like it's his breakout season this season with Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
Real Sociedad always have these sort of players that are coming out and sort of being interesting. Zubimendi was one of them. Martin Odegaard was they took him under their wing once when Real Madrid couldn't do their thing. Alexander Isaac was another one as well.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got there was a centre back. I can't remember the name exactly, but they've always got these one to watch players within their ranks, and I just feel like with Kubo, they're gonna ask a lot of money. I think they're looking at over 50 million for Kubo personally. I don't know what you guys think his price tag.
Euros.
Yeah, I reckon 50 million euros, and they'll let him go.
Especially if it's to the Prem.
Yeah, exactly. How much does Isaac go for?
Yeah, he may not even be up to 50 million.
Yeah, he definitely ain't.
Do you not reckon?
40
mil?
He could go for 40.
I think he could go for a little 40.
He could go for
Interesting.
40, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, all right. So Kubo is a winger option from Big Dan for Brighton. What about you, Ali?
I'm going to go for a right back as well.
Interesting.
But I'm going for maybe a bit more experience and someone that I think should have come to the Prem already, James Tavernier.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like he was
Rangers.
the Rangers one.
Yeah,
obviously, it might not make sense for him to go Brighton, but I feel like he's got experience. You want an experienced defender in a young team just to
That's
help
interesting,
him out
actually. Yeah.
And he'll still get forward and contribute there forward. So I feel like it'll be a good option for them.
Yeah, the thing with coming from the Scottish League to the Premier League is, can you recreate that form you did in the Scottish League? Obviously, because the talent, like the demand is so much more different, and I just feel like it's going to be difficult to see whether or not he will be able to transfer
I think
that.
they got a decent conversion rate though from
a
the
more
Scottish
experienced
League.
player in them.
Yeah.
More sense because he's not that young as well. So
Okay.
that's a good shout.
All right, Ali, what about... Ali, I said AY, mate.
Oh, I had two options. I wanted to go for one left back. I think they should just...
Left back?
Yeah. I think they should just bring him back just because I think they should just help out Cucurella.
Estupiñán starting.
Relax. Just bring him back. Stop the suffering going on in there. Because that guy, ever since he left, he's not been the same.
That ship has sailed.
We need to see that again. And the right back is a guy who plays for Leverkusen.
He's not going. He's going to be too expensive. Frimpong.
Oh yeah, no.
He's going to be too expensive.
Because I don't think Leverkusen is a stepping stone for you to go into like a top club.
But bro, they're currently first.
I think you go from Leverkusen straight to a top team.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
You're going to a United.
He's currently one of the...
That's not going to be good for his development.
He's currently...
Havertz and he's a right back.
He's currently one of the best right backs in
the
world
for his development. If they can get him, the way they nearly got Kudus. You know how they nearly sneak that. If they can just do like a little deal like that.
But Kudus is coming from a different league though. German league, it's one of the top 5. It's considered one of the top 5.
I see Brighton getting this guy 1 year
fair.
and then he goes over to you, man. You could buy because give him 80 mil, 90 mil. Do you know how they do their thing? They just recycle it.
I wouldn't put it past Brighton to just then twang us or United something.
Twang it 1 year off and then give us the money. And they know you got the money.
But then how much do you think that Leverkusen would sell?
Exactly. I don't think he's 70 mil. 70 mil.
Brighton don't have the money to pay
100%.
for it.
50, 60 mil.
He doesn't.
50, 60 mil.
He doesn't. 70 mils easily.
You say 70 mil?
Yeah, easily. Bro, he's one of the best. He's one of the best fullbacks in the league as well as the world right now.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best.
His output is crazy.
I didn't think 70 mil to be fair.
His output is crazy.
How much did they let Havertz go?
Havertz was about 60. 60, yeah.
Yeah, if Havertz was 60, then I reckon right back. I reckon he can never go for a 60 then.
Yeah, no, honestly.
I reckon they could probably push for more, man, in this, because
80,
he's young.
90?
Yeah.
No, 75.
He's the best. He is the best.
In 18 games, he's got 5 goals and 6 assists from right back.
He ain't doing that in the Premier.
He's the perfect.
I know he's not doing that in the Premier, but 70 mil, easily.
He probably could do, no, not those numbers exactly.
Yeah,
but
you could do with him.
Which top club do you think you will go to and
He comes up later.
Because I'm thinking, if you go to somewhere like Brighton first, you will get that Premier League experience, you will enjoy your game.
United could do it.
And you're going to make a lot of money in terms of salary when you move on.
United.
Yeah, but you're not thinking...
No, I understand.
It's too good for Brighton.
I think what you're also doing is looking at it from like an ideal world. We don't live in that sort of society.
You're thinking about the agent that's thinking about me.
I would be like, let me go Brighton, play a little 1.5 seasons there, and then Chelsea will come knocking.
That's a big if though.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe he goes Brighton and gets an injury in the Prem.
as well over there. Like they've got Reece James, who is obviously unreliable with the injuries, but they've got options there as well. I just feel like that's such a hopeful wish. That's a hopeful outcome.
Should happen.
Yeah, I've got him in a different team. He's going to come up again later on, so we will talk about him. But I've gone with someone who's a bit more closer to my heart at Galatasaray. I've went with Sasha Bowie.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm 23 years
old. I've
old.
in a different team.
Would you?
I got him on my list.
Oh, you got him on your list?
Yeah, I got him on my list.
Like, when you watch him play, when you see the ability he has, I just love the guy.
Probably should have put him for Brighton. Now that I think
honestly, I just love the guy, and I just see that's the next step for him. It is to leave Galatasaray, it's to move on now, make a bigger step in your career, because I feel like it was a good choice to come to Galatasaray because you've got Champions League experience as well as play for a top team against, and then obviously you will have your opportunity to play against the bigger teams like United, Bayern Munich as well. And now that he's done it, I just feel like Sacha Boey, it is time for him to move on, even though I don't want him to go. That big 9-3 on the back is going to be missed, man. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how we replace him when he goes, but I wish him well. I wish him well. 23.
He's like 23, isn't it?
Yeah, Sacha Boey is 23. He's still young. He's got that move in him for a Brighton, and I just feel like if he can settle there, then he could try to push for a bigger side. But I feel like Brighton is a good level to just stay at, especially when you're a French young player. So that's my right back option for Brighton. Let's move on then to Burnley. This is a bit of a boring one because I just went with whoever and like whenever they can get
They
it.
don't even need players.
What do they need?
They need companies to stop being stubborn and play like you're a relegation side.
Pep Guardiola.
Literally.
Simple as. Play like you're in a relegation scrap battle. Don't try and say, I want to play my game. That was the championship, bro. It's the prem.
But
You need
does
to
he have the
survive.
players to play that?
Bro, they gave him a new keeper. He spent almost
Trafford, innit?
He spent almost half the budget on the keeper.
Yeah, which is, you know what I mean? Maybe he felt like he needed the keeper to play out and allow him to even try to play.
That playing out thing. Try
once
that
you've committed,
second.
I feel like once you've committed to that, you've got to stick
Second season, try that.
For a small
First
team
season.
like for Burnley, I 100% agree. Like you said, the first season as well. It's not necessary.
I think they know. I think they knew in it, like, we're getting back down, innit? This was too
Well, I
soon.
don't think the issue is the playing out the back, personally. I don't think the issues are playing out the back. I think the issue is the creativity in that final third. Because what that playing out the back allows you to do is keep the possession and then move into the transition of being able to find that opportunity to play that next ball into your striker. They don't do that. They don't do that at all. So for me, it's it's not the playing out the back for me. It's really not the playing out the back for me. It's the issue of the creativity and stuff like that. Yeah. But if we're going to go with someone, I went with Diego Dema from Napoli. He's not really playing much. He's 32 years old, German. And I just feel like he will solidify that CDM role. Sander Berg isn't doing.
They need some Prem experience.
Yeah. Oh, well, you can say that as well.
I don't know why they didn't get Lokonga.
Yeah.
That time. And that's his boy. That's the person he said we should get. And you didn't get him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So whose fault was that? Burnley's fault? You guys' fault?
He was willing to go. I don't know what was going on with company. That's your boy. You have no Prem experience.
You called him Yaya Toure. Now you go back in.
You called him Yaya. Who's his fan?
Company did. Company said he's Yaya.
I can trust this man now after hearing that.
I thought you said I did. I'm like, who's it?
Company said he could get Yaya levels.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You got nobody in that midfield. Nobody in that midfield. Like, come on. You're coming to the Prem. Turf more.
Yeah.
I hope you go down.
Well, I think they're definitely going down.
I hope you go down.
The three that went up are coming back down.
The fact that he tried to play like top football.
That's what's baffling me.
I just feel like that's just so.
It's just the players.
Just do a long ball.
He's giving himself a headache.
First time back in the Prem as well with this team.
Yeah.
And I know the Burnley fans are watching, thinking, what are we watching? What is this?
Is it in it?
Why is he playing it out for the
Bring back Dyche. Bring back Dyche.
They hate it. I don't fucking like this guy.
Yeah, exactly. It's too cold to be watching Tiki Taka right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll go on to the rent boys in Chelsea. You had an interesting take on this. You didn't tell us obviously the name of the player, but do you want to go ahead and now say it since we are
bring back Eddie Nketiah, bro?
Oh, shut up!
That's who you need to bring back.
I was thinking, who's he talking about?
That's who you need to bring back.
Of all the strikers that have played for Chelsea since the moment Nketiah left Chelsea till now,
that's who you need to.
Nketiah would be
I'm telling you, yeah.
Let him talk.
Nketiah would be, of all the strikers that have played for Chelsea since he left Chelsea, whenever he left, till today, he'll be the last one. Morata. Tammy Abraham, anyone, bro.
Pato,
Falcao, the love of it, bro.
Eddie.
And said Eddie Nketiah.
Big Eddie Nketiah, because bro, he tries to get it, but he don't. I've seen him try, but after that injury.
No, I agree.
Bro,
He needs to go.
He's on the right line because I would also bring someone back from the academy.
Yeah.
But I'd bring back
Solanke.
I'd bring back
Solanke. Could work. It could work as well. I think, but you need someone that.
He was the one that he never should have left Chelsea. Tammy Abraham was the one that should not have got the contract and gone to leave early on. And Solanke's the one that should have been there till now, innit? But
interesting.
now I bring him back. You know what I mean? He's on fire this season.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got the quality in terms of his hold-up play and that. He's got the big club bringing in terms of his academy upbringing and that. He's got the recipe for a top striker.
The Bournemouth manager's done really well with that attacking force of Bournemouth, and I do rate it, and I feel like it's unlocked a different level to Solanke. But yeah, who was your option? Like,
that was my option.
It was Dominic Solanke. Oh, interesting. So you both went with a striker. I went with a striker too.
I went with a striker as well.
Who'd you go with?
I went big on me. I went for Osimhen.
Did you?
I just feel like
FFP's the problem, innit, though?
Chelsea can sell players.
Yeah, they can sell anyone.
Money's never an issue.
FFP's not the problem.
Chelsea they can find a little loophole and make it happen.
That's a heritage signing, that is.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about him. Like,
he's not clinical. He's not clinical.
I was speaking about him with my boys in the GC. I was saying he ain't the truth, you know.
He ain't the truth.
Victor
I've been knew he wasn't the truth. I've been knew he wasn't the truth.
I don't think it's the truth, but some guys still have belief in him, though.
Sometimes you see when the players from your country, there's a certain...
The love for it is different,
It's different. There's a familiarity you have with him, You're not a bad boy striker, bro. We know you. We've known you since under 17. Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah, and it's so true because he's not a young boy.
He's not a young boy,
Like, where have you been, Osimhen, for you to now suddenly be this
Napoli one season, yeah, I'm saying.
How
now
old is
they're
he?
150 million.
Like 24 now, I think.
Yeah, he's like 24. I think he's 97. Yeah. It's like... If he's 97,
If he's 97, then
he's going to 26, 27.
So,
I think
we should have been hearing about him. He's our age, bro. You should have known.
25. It's lying, man.
Come on, man.
Mate, I remember this done 2015, when we were in sixth form. He was doing under 17s with Ian Nacho. Yeah, and that was like what? So they should be 96, 97. What? He's 98. He's 98.
It says he's 35.
He's 98?
Let me have a look. Sorry, just
he must be 98.
He's 98, yeah.
Okay, all right. He's at borderline. All right.
Yeah,
He's going to be 26 this year.
yeah, he's 26 this year, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like Osimhen works more in a team like Arsenal, which can create chances.
Yeah.
But Chelsea create chances, though.
We create
You
weird
create a lot of
chances.
chances.
We create. You might call
he's a
it
weird
a chance.
He could make...
In the corner of the box, isn't it?
He could turn into Jackson at Chelsea.
Yeah.
You get it? We can't take a really striker that we've seen and we know what he can do at a certain level in the Prem, innit? The only thing that gives me confidence in Osimhen is the way he talks about himself. It's proper like Nigerian. He believes in himself openly, innit?
Everyone's there.
He'll confidently come and say he's the next Drogba or something. It's like, you know what? If you believe in yourself that much, who am I to doubt you, bro?
I mean, he's got a 130 million euro release clause in his
Napoli should go and
contract.
suck themselves.
130 million,
It's not worth
that was
then.
there just for the Premier League.
Yeah,
They heard the Premier League was sniffing and said, you know what, this is a Premier League prize.
Interesting. I went with someone who is a bit more of a short term, and I just feel like he's a bit unsettled, so just go for him. I said Karim Benzema.
Oh, yes.
On loan.
On loan. Karim Benzema on loan. Just go for it. What's the point in like fiddling around with going big again? You know, you got Nicholas Jackson already, who you signed for 30 million. Just bring in someone with a bit more experience. Take Nicholas Jackson under your wing.
United could do a little Benzema.
But
You guys always do that.
Yeah, no. You guys can't get away with it.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for 5 seasons. Cavani,
you might do it all the time, bro. Igalo. Come on, stop it. You gotta look that.
Yeah, but Benzema will be the best type.
Yeah, but now it's like I feel
Cavani
like
was good
we've
as
done
well.
the mistake so many times that now that the right one has come along,
It's not gonna work.
they can't even convince him. You can't be like, again, brother, you need
Come on,
Yeah, no. All right, Crystal Palace is the next team. I went with a striker because I think a striker is the most important place.
Which striker did you go with?
I went with Joshua Zirkzee, someone who is at Bologna right now.
Cool.
He needs that move, I feel. I personally do think he needs that move.
He's linked to a couple of teams, isn't it?
Yeah, he has been linked to a couple of teams, and I just feel like it's about time he needs to make that big move because he's got a bit of attitude problems with him. Like, you know, at Bayern Munich, it didn't really work out with him. Under Company at Anderlecht, it didn't really work out with him. There's that famous clip of Company shouting at him as well.
Oh, was that him?
Yeah, that was at Joshua Zirkzee, where his voice breaks. I don't know if that one. Yeah, so Zirkzee is someone that I feel like he's settled down now. He's a bit older. He's about 23, 24. I would hope he's come to his senses and just matured a little bit.
Just focus, yeah.
And he fits the Palace look as well. That's just simple. Is that next to Elise and Eze, it just makes sense to put someone like Zirkzee. Do you know what I mean? It makes sense, bro. Like, it makes sense. I don't know, like, who else did you guys go with?
I went for Nketiah, you know.
Yeah,
Interesting. Nketiah.
Yeah, that's just the basic. Just go for it.
He should be there already.
It should be there already.
okay,
That's it. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, we'll go to Everton now then. Who have you guys gone with? I went with the centre-back.
I've gone for Trevor Chalobah.
Trevor Chalobah?
Yeah.
A loan or a transfer?
No, you can have him, man. I feel like
You don't like him anymore?
I just don't think, we've got more than enough
He's dead.
centre backs. Yeah, man. That's the kind of level he deserves to be at.
Okay, interesting. AY?
No one really.
No
Didn't
one?
really think them through.
That's all right, Big Dan?
I went for Pablo Barrios.
Oh, who's that? Pablo Barrios?
Yeah, clocked him on career mode. Yeah,
Is he a Sean Jack
he plays in the.
That name isn't.
He definitely a Sean Jack player. Yeah, but I feel like Everton need that though. They need some tech, and he's young. Yeah, so I feel like. Fuck it, man. Everton go for him, innit?
Yeah.
So that has some flair there, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come off the bench as well. He doesn't need to start every game depending on the team that you're playing against. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I went with Diamonde because we spoke about it last week.
Oh, yeah, that's a centre back.
Yeah. I think that would be a good option for him, you know. Next level up, move on.
Where's he at now?
He's at Benfica right now. Is it Lisbon or Benfica?
Sporting.
Yeah,
So you're
Lisbon,
parking up with Brave.
Yeah, Braithwaite, he's on the left side. Him on the right.
That's a tall defense.
That is good.
Who's
Yeah.
the other
That's good
centre-back?
Dutch ball. So.
Braithwaite.
He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's just not. He's got mistakes in him.
He's got mistakes in it, but
Now you got two young centre backs. That's a bit.
They could grow together, grow and learn
Or they
together.
could just drop each other
They
down.
could just drop each other down.
They're just
No, I hear
struggling
that.
each other every
That's true,
week.
you know.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on to Fulham then. I said they need a striker because Raul Jimenez scoring 5 is not enough.
Ridiculous. That's why I put Nesiri.
Enesiri. So
Oh,
Enesiri was your
sold
Fulham.
up.
Interesting. What about you, AY? Fulham. Why are you looking at me like that? Just say your player.
I ain't got no one.
So he ain't done his homework.
Detention.
I ain't got no one for Fulham, man.
Hey,
I ain't got no one for Fulham, man.
Okay, interesting. What about you, Ali?
I want to give him, you know what I mean, Fulham not little bro, so I want to dash him Armando Broja.
Bro,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I have to say.
because obviously he's been linked to a couple. I think bro has been linked to a move as well.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, Fulham straight away was the actual team that I thought.
Yeah, same. I think
makes
he's a
sense for
perfect
him.
fit.
Yeah.
West London, you're not moving too far away. And I just feel like that's the level he is at right now. Because at Southampton he was cooking. Like we saw it. We saw the potential. So just go back to somewhere like Fulham. Marco Silva does really well with his strikers. He's done well with Richarlison in the past. He made Mitrovic look like a baller. And I just feel like Broy is the next guy.
He gives me Mitrovic vibes with a bit of pace. Like,
He's got more
You
to his
wouldn't like
game.
that, you know.
What?
If you said that to his face,
Yeah.
You wouldn't like that. He'd be like, the fuck
Nationality
you mean?
reasons, yeah. All right, let's move on to Liverpool. This is where I went with a right back because I think it's time to put Trent in the midfield. I went with Jeremy Frimpong at right back.
Oh, Trent in the midfield.
Yeah.
They're going to get massacred.
No, they're not.
Trent in the
midfield's fine because you're putting him past and then you got Endo and they'll buy another DM. Watch. That's what's
So
going to
you're
happen.
going to put Trent in the midfield to buy another DM.
To
In a
buy a
two-man
right back.
pivot, as in?
Yeah, it could be a 2-man. It can be a singular pivot as well. I
If
think it's
Klopp ever
fine.
does that, that's it for him.
Nah,
don't
man.
know, you know.
Trent's time in midfield is coming, and I feel like Jeremy Frimpong needs to sign for
can't
Liverpool.
play midfield.
He can play midfield. We've seen it. He can play left wing if he wanted
Can't
to.
play midfield.
He can play midfield. I don't understand why people don't believe that.
He can't.
Do you believe it?
I don't know. You know, I'm not fully convinced.
Really?
He can't play midfield.
What about
I feel like
you?
we've only seen it in, you know, those England.
Those games,
When you got all that, even John
No, I
Shelby
get that,
used to look
yeah.
The number 10,
you
the
got
number
time
10,
on the ball.
yeah, the number 10 was dumb. I agree with that, yeah.
I feel like I want him to be good in midfield, but I can't say right now he's got all the minerals
Yeah, go
to be a
on.
good 8.
I mean, give it to him. Time.
Yeah.
Ping.
Yeah,
But apart
yeah.
from that,
Right, let's see the other shouts. Let me hear the other
He'll
shouts.
get ran over.
I've
For
given him
Liverpool, I went for Polino.
Yeah, you see, look, Endo, Paulinho, then Trent in the midfield.
No. You want to kill Paulinho.
That midfield is a bit sick.
Paulinho, Szoboszlai, and Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Whoever Trent is with, they're going to work.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to track nothing back. And even if he don't track back, they're
When
gonna-
he's in the midfield, he'll be less lazy.
he's going to be wandering. He's gonna be
Sidestep
wandering.
past him. Just
He ain't that much of a luxury player, surely.
Bro, he can't.
What, Trent?
What, against those midfielders that like to drop a shoulder
Drop a
here and
shoulder,
there
just-
and drive past you? He's
All right,
not
fair
tracking
enough.
back.
We'll see.
Trent,
See then.
Trent. Same move will get Trent all day long.
All right, Luton. Let's go on to Luton. They're getting relegated. I just went with someone in the Championship who's not playing much for Middlesbrough, Lewis O'Brien. He's not playing much, but he's a standard midfielder. Someone that could show that midfield. That's who I went with. I don't know about you guys, but
I just gave him a player that I felt like could help from Chelsea on loan.
you and your Chelsea loan leagues.
So I give him Andre Santos. Help us develop our players.
He's at Nottingham Forest, no?
No,
he's come back. He's come back.
That's a shock as well.
Bro, they owe us something because my man last season was looking good at the Under 20 World Cup and they just wasted our talent on the bench.
It's good. Chelsea deserve it. Why are you buying young boy?
No, man. Now we can send him to Luton. You guys are going to get relegated, but give our guys some minutes here and there.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
All right, AY, what about you?
Mohamed El Nene.
Really?
Yeah.
They need a bit of prayers.
They need a lot. They need to be on D.
And then he's just shouting, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't have no one.
They need to be on D.
I didn't do your homework. All right, let's move on to City. I went with a left back and I went with someone. All right, maybe this is a bit biased from me, but I went with a Turkish left back from Fenerbahce, Ferdi Kadıoğlu. I don't know if you guys have heard about him, but he's like going to be the next best thing.
And you think Pep's going to do that?
Yeah. And the thing is,
an actual left back playing left back.
He's not left back. No, the thing is, though, this is what I was going to say. He started off as a winger in Holland. He comes over to Fenerbahce and he starts playing right back, and then he went to left back. And then this whole inversion thing kicked in. They were like, oh, let me try him as an inverted player.
Man,
He cooks.
Oh, is
He
it?
cooks. He's better than Zinchenko at left back.
Why are you adding Zinchenko? Is that really saying it?
He's better than your left back. He's better than your left back. And he's better than your left back as well. That's all I'll say about
Better
him.
than Luke Shaw, yeah?
Yeah, he's better than Luke Shaw. He definitely is.
Who's their left back?
Who's their left back? Whoever you want.
Cucurella. Where you want to go?
All right, Manchester United.
No,
then.
C. We're still on C.
Oh, yeah, sorry, C. Oh, yeah.
I would know for Grimaldo.
Grimaldo.
That is a FIFA side.
That's such a FIFA side.
Man, 54 million,
No, he's 27 now, and he's Bayern Leverkusen. He's done. Sealed, delivered. That's it. That's his home. That's
We'll
his
go
home.
straight after this season.
I don't think Pep can make use of him. Like, what are you doing kind of thing.
Do you know what? I understand the versatility.
Over what they've got right now.
Yeah.
I think if they had a Grimaldo right now, they'll be cooking more.
I understand the versatility, but his time's done for that big move. His time's done.
For that big move, innit? I couldn't believe it took so long for Grimaldo. I've had him in my fucking career mode since 2016. He's just there. Yeah. Since
no one's just signed him. You know? Yeah. All right, let's go. Who else have you got for Man City?
I've gone for, you know what I mean? Man City have got everyone they need. So I've gone for one
so
kid.
hard to do.
You know what I mean? I think he cooked against United this season for Copenhagen, Rooney Bargi.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Winger, you know what I mean? Coming a few years replaced. So really got right wing at the minute. They don't even have anyone.
Who's that?
I feel like
for City.
City's right winger. It's a bit hit and miss with like Foden. Then
it's a slot for him to come in and take.
Interesting. Okay.
They need lawyers, mate. They need
115 is knocking on the door.
They need to lawyer up, bro. It ain't a joke out here. What I'm hearing from my sources is looking
serious, you know. Because who's it? The CEO, I can't remember.
He went to United. He went to United, so he must know something.
I saw that yesterday. I said, hey,
lawyer up. That's what I'm saying. Lawyer up, innit? That's what I'm saying.
That's the best signing since Tevez, isn't it?
Straight swap. He said, yo, it's burning over there, man.
Yeah. All right, interesting. Let's go on to Man United. I went with a centre-back. What did you guys go with?
Winger.
Winger. Yeah, that's a good shout. CDM.
Oh, winger.
All right, since you're the United fan, who's your winger?
Elise, man.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
I need that.
That upgrade is crazy, bro. That's like from a BlackBerry to an iPhone. Bro.
The upgrade, like anyone would be an upgrade on fucking Anthony.
With your girl,
that's what's crazy, bro.
Oh my days.
Some prep player as well. Been suffering at Palace, like not around enough ballers. I reckon him coming to United. He's serious.
I hear that. I feel like he blows.
Yeah, Man United and Anthony, it's a bit like a guy with a girl, like, and he realizes he could do better. Then he sees this Elise walk by, and he's like, hey. That's what I need. That's my spec. Yeah.
Why are you like that? Where's your touch at? Where's your touch at, man?
Yeah, he grafted for that.
Yeah, exactly.
And we grafted for fucking Anthony as well.
Yeah,
bro, it's nuts.
Working all over
threw money at it, and then you realise all that's gone for nothing. I went with a centre back from Udinese. He is 20, how old is he? 23? Yeah, 23 years old. And Nottingham Perez, someone to partner up Lisandro Martinez. They both speak the same language, both Argentinian.
Cocaína.
Yeah, they can get along a little bit and they can both cherish, grow up together in Man United.
How old is he?
He's 23.
Okay.
So his stats don't look too bad. He wins 2.33 tackles per 90, so it puts him in a 93%.
We need a certified centre back though.
Yeah, this guy next to Martinez, they'll grow together. This is what I like to see young people just grow together. And then next thing you know, you got a partnership like Mbappe and Dembele in the French national team. Like, do you remember when they scored against England and then they just went off arm in arm like that? That's what I want to see.
Okay,
That's what I want to see. All right, you two, Man United options.
Winger.
Yeah, who was? Kubo. Kubo's your option for Man United.
Kubo. Yeah,
okay,
they need an Asian brother. They haven't had Asian brothers.
Is he right winger or left winger?
He's a
right winger.
Can you do both? Just tell Anthony to go somewhere.
He probably can do both, but he's a right winger.
Put him in there.
That's a good question for you guys picking right wingers. What about Diallo? Especially for United fans. You want Elise, but Diallo, Amad Diallo, he looks like he could be on the brink of being ready.
They like shiny toys, bro.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to look into that youth system.
Yeah.
I like Diallo as well, but I just don't know if he's got the minerals.
Yeah, the good season at Sunderland last season.
To be in the Prem, innit? I don't know, the few times that I've seen him, he has actually been good. He hasn't been bad at all. I'm not sold.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you ever think Anthony was good?
Mother's life,
the Arsenal game you did. Yeah,
I can't say. United fans.
He went up to the camera and he done the tiger pose.
He did like
this. He went like
he
that.
looked like he had the character, and I still agree that he has the character to be a United player.
He's a bum, that's what he is.
But in terms of quality, but I didn't know anything about Anthony. Literally, I hadn't watched him. I was looking at the clips, I was thinking, nah.
It's interesting.
It's interesting. You'll see some tech here. You're going to be sold. You're seeing obviously him cutting in. Yeah. You're seeing the flair, but I'm thinking, I don't know. So as soon as I saw that and I was just like, how much we're getting him for, I was thinking, I don't know how this is going to end. And then obviously he scored on his debut against Arsenal. I was thinking, okay. Something for the ops, innit?
Yeah. Get him gassed.
And he gives it a little...
That's what I'm saying. But then,
this guy...
But then the downfall... I never thought it would be this bad, innit? I never thought it would be this bad. For this long, he's actually not good. So, yeah, man.
Ali, what about yours?
I've gone for someone to help the young man in the middle that's trying to come through, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Kobe Mino, help him out a little bit. So I've gone for Douglas Luiz.
Oh,
I feel like, he knows the Premier League. United need a safe bet in that midfield, innit? Don't go taking
if I was
any
going for
risk
midfielder,
now.
I'd still put Frankie de Jong in, man. I put him or Elise.
Frankie.
Yeah,
Frankie's but I feel like that's
Frankie
right now. United got an issue. You've got to try and convince these players that this is not a shit. This is not gonna ruin your career. You're not gonna end up like Sancho or like whoever kind of down the line. Because the way the football the way players were coming to Sancho's support, you'd think he's from
well done, bro. So happy for you. Like you man had a demon head.
Football players are always gonna do that, man. That's the annoying thing about players and this generation now. It's just it's jarring.
They're friends, isn't it?
They're boys.
Sancho's telling them, man, no, you don't want to come.
Don't go, mate.
I even saw a video of him talking about, Ronaldo talking about what he learned. I'm thinking, what the hell did you learn from Ronaldo?
He learned nothing.
What could you have learned from Ronaldo?
He learned nothing.
Literally nothing.
All right, let's move on to Newcastle then. I went with a left back. Personally, he's currently playing in France in a team that is really doing well in that league. Plays for Brest. I think they're in the top 4, top 5 currently. I went with Bradley Loco. He's got such a nice name, Bradley Loco.
Bradley Loco.
Yeah, Loco. That's a proper footballer's name, isn't it? I can see everyone. I can see that trending like El Loco or something like that. That's what I started calling it. But yeah, he's a bit more like a not a Wan-Bissaka, but he defends really well, and then he progresses the ball, and then he just lets everyone do their bit. Just passes it off and you.
He knows what he's good at. And he does it well.
He doesn't need to do He don't go in the attacking third. He just plays it there and then just lets the other people do his thing. And he's a good player. He's a very good player. But I don't know what you guys thought. Midfield because of the betting. Well. Yeah.
Midfield.
Who's your chances?
Conor Gallagher.
Oh, you know what? Solid. I could live with that one more than the Tottenham or something.
Solid.
Really?
Newcastle. Conor Gallagher.
They got money.
Yeah.
100% profit. So yeah.
That's very true. I put Douglas Luiz though for Newcastle.
I like that one as well.
Yeah, I hear that.
I've gone Calvin Phillips, similar to that.
He's
desperate for
linked with
well.
makes sense. Makes sense. I like it. All right, Nottingham Forest. Who have you guys gone with?
I go first. I go with a man that's been looking for a club for ages, so he's desperate. David De Gea.
I went with a goalkeeper as well. I went with a goalkeeper.
Matt Turner's having a tough time.
Yeah, he is. He's struggling right now. This is where my Chelsea prodigy comes from. Like, he was started at your thing. He's also in the French league, like El Loco. He is a Polish goalkeeper. His name is... He's at Nice right now as well, who are second right now. Marcin Bulka. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he started at Chelsea's academy. Yeah, and now he's got one of the best. He's one of the best goalkeepers in that league right now, and he
probably be starting for.
Yeah, honestly, he could be. His save percentage is 81.6% per 90. Okay. So like that's a wall right there. Yeah, that's a wall right there. Like 20% of goals being let in, that's fine. That's why they're second in the league right now. So that's why I went with Marcin Bulka. I feel like that's a nice option. What about you, Big Dan?
That's why I went for Bowie, you know.
Oh, really? That's why you went Sasha Bowie. Oh no, I couldn't see him go to a club like that. Like, as a Gala fan,
too small.
That club, no, not even how small they are, but the club's in
that big history though.
Mess. That club's in a mess. That club's in a mess. Nottingham. Yeah, Nottingham. Yeah. What about you?
What you said.
What was it?
They need a keeper.
De Gea.
Yeah, not playing out from the back. Just tell David to stop. Goals going in.
That would be certified.
But we've seen David De Gea, when he gets shots faced against him in these recent years, he just lets them in.
He's doing that on purpose. They came to a time where I saw him, I was like, you did that on purpose. You are not trying to... He hated United at a point like, yeah, I'm letting these goals in. Fuck him.
All right.
Fuck him.
Now they're setting up with them United gloves, man.
Yeah, bro. He said, no, I'm not.
Yeah, it can't be 2 in a row. Is it going to be 3 in a row with Altay Bayındır, who's on the bench as well?
That don't ain't getting a game.
Yeah, no.
Anonda's coming straight back.
Knock us out ASAP. I'm coming, man. Fuck this.
All right, let's move on to Sheffield United then. They're getting relegated. I just went with Southampton's Adam Armstrong. He's doing really well in the Championship right now. That's his level. Just stay there. Sign him. I think will do well for them. Because when Southampton go up, they'll need someone to improve, because he clearly wasn't Premier League standards. But what did you guys think?
No one. You don't give a fuck about. They've signed who I think they need to sign.
Yeah.
Maybe they could get like
They've signed who they need to sign. That's it. Championship experience.
Ali,
they could probably get a little loanee, maybe a Reece Nelson as well.
Reece Nelson, interesting.
You need to go to a top Premier League team and get one of their players that's not playing and just give them minutes.
Reece Nelson.
Reece Nelson could also go a little.
You could have gone to Nottingham as well.
Him
and Nalanga.
You go to anyone in that bottom 5 or 6, like
help
just
out.
go get minutes, man. Like, why aren't you trying to go there and get minutes and play and just
You know, not too far as well from North London. He can do that.
Since the manager's got his favourites at Arsenal, like
you get it. You're not playing, bro. You're happy to come on
the bench,
like 10-20 minutes every couple of weeks. It's like
Fairs.
It don't add up for me.
Couple star boys need to sit on the fucking bench. That's what they need to do.
Who's that, Saka?
Yeah, bro. He needs to sit on that bench, bro.
The prodigal son is
down. He needs to sit on the bench. He needs to sit on the bench.
I have to take him out my FPL, fam.
He's stinking up the place.
All right, let's move on to Tottenham then. What did you guys think about Tottenham?
Good one here.
Yeah, go on.
I'll give him Raheem Sterling.
What?
They need a winger. They need a
Why would you sell him though?
Oh, what, Sterling?
Yeah.
Sterling's clock is running down, bro.
Tottenham ain't the answer.
No, Tottenham's next move is in London. I guarantee you. He stays in London. Tottenham makes a lot of sense.
Brentford or something like that.
That's too much of a job. I don't think he did this.
That's crazy.
If his clock is ticking down, it's going to go that down.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Arteta says, come over.
Yeah,
come over, quick one.
Oh my God, Man City link as well.
Yeah, come over. Like the way we did to William. Come over.
Yeah, I was going to say, William 2.0.
Come over, bro. I don't trust Arteta. Like, come over, Raheem.
All right, Big Dad, what about you?
I went for Chiesa, you know. I don't know why, because obviously Kulu came from the UK as well. And I just feel like Chiesa should have had that big break, obviously, and I just feel like, obviously, we saw him in the Euros. He was balling out. Anytime I watch him for Italy, he always looks good.
Baller.
And for Juve, I don't know, man. It just don't seem to be hitting. I feel like Spurs on the edge could cook with a Chiesa.
Very attacking football.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
why?
I went with this guy because I think he'll just complete his arc as a player.
Okay, go on.
Mudryk. That would just complete everything.
You two have done something here.
What's happening? Imagine that. Madrid, yeah, Tottenham player now. This, that. Oh my days! I'd be like, you can't write this. What a script!
Yeah,
what a script! And he could cook. He could cook.
No, you went for a WWE script.
There's no pressure there.
No.
Do what you need to do. Step, left, right. Come on, man.
I can't be next to this guy.
I went with a winger as well. I went with someone from Girona who are currently second in La Liga. Jan Couto is his name. 21-year-old Brazilian. I think under Ange, he'll cook, especially because of his numbers. He does really well. Yeah. 5 assists in 19 games and 1 goal as well. Who's he going to replace? He'll just sit on the wing. So it'll be Kulusevski, Son and him. That's what I think it's going to be.
So all them, Brennan Johnson, Richarlison,
they could share, they could share.
Why did they get
Timo Werner? No, this is more for the summer, but Timo Werner's going to be gone anyway.
He's on loan. I don't know why they got. They wanted added attacking power, but that's not
exactly.
the guy.
You
didn't
say that, to be fair. I thought he could be all right as a loanee, but to be fair, true. If they're trying to get something out of this season, and obviously they're missing guys due to like injuries and Son going to Asia Cup and stuff like that. Werner is just. I mean, he got an assist in his
debut.
It's like they knew that they needed someone in that position, but they couldn't be bothered to look.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, cool,
literally.
Werner.
And it's loan.
He scored against us one time. Let's take him.
Obviously, the amount of chances that Spurs create as well is probably why they thought like volume. They thought, maybe get something out. And that's what happened, didn't it? Yeah.
So is that everyone that said their Tottenham options then? Has everyone said it, yeah? All right, let's move on to West Ham then, the penultimate team. I went with a winger because Pablo Fornals is not cooking on that left side, I feel. I could have went with a striker because Jared Bowen needs help. So we can go back to his real position. But I went with a winger to just secure the other wing, basically. But what did you guys go with? Striker. Who's your strikers?
Need a black striker.
Who's your strikers?
Need a black striker.
Is it the one that I'm thinking? I've gone for Gisere.
Oh, Grassi.
Grassi.
That's like a good mode.
He's at that level that it's like a West Ham would be a good introduction to see if you're
interested. I went for Nico Jackson, bro. Nico Jackson would do something.
You know what? There was a couple of teams I was thinking
he could do
Nico
something.
Jackson could do with alone here.
Alone, West Ham up front.
West Ham.
No pressure.
Yeah, no.
Do what you need to do.
No, that's not working. That's not working.
I wouldn't be against her next season.
She wouldn't.
Most of these players, it's because of the pressure that's on them.
Yeah.
Put him at West Ham, you never know if he can get 10 goals.
Nah, he's not.
He get 10 goals.
This guy's our biggest
I'm telling you, it's the pressure. When you're playing for a big club, it's the pressure. West Ham, there's not that much pressure, bro. Moisey will put his arm around you.
You could do with Nico Jackson.
Nah, no,
He's got more goals than what you man have.
Nah, we couldn't do with Nico, man.
All right, I went with, as I said, a winger, someone different. I went with Brian Zaragoza from, I think he's at Granada, is it right now? Granada. Yeah, he's a tidy little Spanish player. The amount of greens you see him right now on that, it's crazy, isn't it? He's a good little player. 21 years old as well. The amount of take-ons, the ball carries, he's a very good...
Fornell should go the other way if possible.
Yeah, exactly. Exchange each other. Yeah, exactly. That's right. And I feel like this is a good player that could do something for West Ham. We'll go on to the last team now, Wolverhampton Wanderers. So I don't know who you guys went with.
I said Boniface, by the way.
Who?
Boniface.
Sorry. I was sorry.
That's like a summer thing.
Yeah, that's a summer one there. I rate that.
Step up. You can step up from there, like with Kudus.
Is that a step up for him? He's like Leverkusen.
Yeah, Leverkusen. I mean, step up from West Ham. Like the way Kudus, like Mohamed Kudus is going to leave West Ham.
But don't you think, like, how old is Kudus? 27? It's like...
He's 26. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so step up from West Ham, you get what I'm saying? Because the way he's balling out now...
He will be West Ham eventually.
Someone puts the right amount down for him, he could go.
Interesting, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, let's definitely move on to Wolves now.
Yeah, Wolves.
I went with centre-back because they've missed Nathan Collins this season because they sold him to Brentford. And I just feel like they need a centre-back. But what did you guys go with? No one.
Johnny Evans on loan.
Really?
Johnny Evans on loan.
Big Dan? Who'd you go with then?
Johnny Evans on loan.
I put a striker.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I've gone for Broha as well for them.
Broha,
I
interesting.
feel like he bring a little something to them.
I went with Nicholas Stark, who's a centre-back in Germany. He's like he's like one of them solid ones. He's always been. He's like the Lewis Dunk of Germany, I would say. That's the one. That's the way I'd describe him.
Lewis Dunk of Germany.
Explains everything.
You know what I mean? Like Ty does the thing, looks class while he's doing it.
Amazing and
Yeah, exactly.
You can trust him.
You can trust him.
Exactly. And with that, we'll wrap up today's podcast there. If you have any suggestions for names for different clubs, please let us know in the comments below. We'd like to see what you guys think about it. We'll get interactive with that as well. If you like seeing these transfers, we've done a top 10 transfer of the season so far. Make sure you look at that too. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Yes, love.